Hi folks, Bob Reese here with the Guides Forecast, giving you a fishing report for August 7th, Monday. And I went ocean bound again. A nice bar. We had it in our minds that the Green Line was going to be the place to be, close to high slack, which was early in the morning. And like yesterday, we started out by Buoy 7. I don't know why we had different expectations, but again, not an impressive start to the morning. We had a couple, I don't know, we probably had 6 or 7 bites on the first pass between Buoy 7 out in the ocean, which is the westerlymost deadline of the conservation zone there. You can't fish east of Buoy 7. So we started right at 7, still on the last trickle of incoming tide. Got a decent Chinook there, maybe 7 or 8 bites on the first pass. I think we put 2 in the box on the first pass, and then it was pretty tough fishing after that. But then went north to where we had caught coho in about 66 to 90 foot of water, northwest of the north tip of the jetty. Again, just a really beautiful ocean today. And rounded up a few coho. It took some time, but we did end up catching 6 coho over the course of the morning until about noon, well, closer to 11 o'clock. And then we moved back closer to the river for the last part of outgoing tide and got into a pile of Chinook. So yeah, great Chinook fishing. Finished the day with 5 kings and 6 coho and about, I think, 21 crab, but were soft shells in the crab catch. We're still crabbing to the south. That was on a 2-day soak. But again, most people struggled in the ocean. I just felt we got lucky. We did fish on a rip there to the north there, and there was a bunch of boats that found that rip and did find coho in there, an occasional Chinook. So not anything to the south. I don't know why the south isn't producing. I don't know why there's not more coho out in the ocean and the near shore. So those have been tough to find, and people are a bit discouraged with the ocean fishing, but I don't know for sure I'll go there tomorrow because river fishing is picking up. Folks talked about a good bite above the bridge, a little bit on the morning push, but more so on the first turn of the outgoing, fishing around the restrooms over on the Washington side. There was some good action, and people kind of hunt and pecked them on the outgoing tide. Those tides are starting to soften, so it makes a little more sense to troll the deep water downstream of the bridge on the Washington side. I think we only had a 5-foot runoff, even though when we got over there in the ocean a little bit later, before the tide turned, we were screaming out at 5 miles an hour, but still catching kings for some reason. So I don't know if that'll be consistent in the ocean, but you know, it's time. You know, these fish are going to start showing in good numbers in the river, and the outgoing tides are starting to soften. So it is going to continue to be challenging to catch these Chinook when you're trolling faster than 4.5 miles an hour, even 4 miles an hour in my book. So you know, there's just going to be periods of time during the course of the day that it's going to just go too fast, and those fish in the water we're seeing, which is north of 68 degrees in a lot of cases, they're just not going to chase those down and grab them. So you know, and it's getting really late for the afternoon incomings and the high tides. Those are happening late in the afternoon and early evening. I've touted before some of the good fishing that can happen on that type of tide scenario. I don't know anybody I don't know many people that are doing it, but the folks that did go out a couple of nights ago did good in the afternoon, even yesterday as well. So you can have the river to yourself if you choose to operate that way, with lots of good tide and plenty of fish in the river. So no coho in the river to speak of in any big numbers. That's no surprise, especially since they're not showing very strong offshore in the near shore there. But definitely it's the river does have plenty of catchable Chinook in it. So just got to keep putting in your time, follow the patterns, Don't hesitate to pick up our tech report there on Buoy 10 Fishing, or see one of our webinars, and certainly subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll have more details throughout the week, so stay safe.